guys, a lot of people are starting to head back to the office. We're starting to return to this new normal or something like that, so yippee! I know that there are probably a lot of companies out there that either have plans of people coming back into the office or they don't really have a plan yet, or you're not coming back to the office at all. Some people really enjoy working from home. Some people don't like it at all. Some people want a hybrid model. Before we get going here, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Please subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at pats.thoughts. Leaders, as people start to come back to the office, you have a big responsibility to help people transition from the work from home aspect lifestyle, ease them back into the working at work lifestyle. It's not gonna be fun for everyone. There are going to be bumps in the road. I think COVID was a really interesting opportunity for leaders just to kind of learn about their employees. I have heard from some people in other industries, their boss, their manager had very little contact. The only contact that they did have was kind of tell them what to do type of thing or check in on a project. They never really checked in on them personally. They didn't reach out and actually talk to their employees. Here's the thing though, leaders, managers, you have a distinct opportunity to help your employees ease back into the office. We had a great opportunity during COVID to kind of figure out how our employees balance both work and life. I'll be honest, working from home, it did have its benefits, like 100% had its benefits. The times I was working from home, kind of enjoyed it. It was nice at times, and then other times it was kind of hard. I was able to make myself a really good lunch because I could go down and I could cook something. Laundry, I could make sure that my laundry is cycling through and I don't have to do it on Saturday and Sunday, and I can do it during the day. I would work from home for a week and then I would go back into the office for a week, and I would do that for a while. I've been back full time in my office since July of 2020. I've been back in my office this entire time and I eased back into it. I am the type of person, I love being around people. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people. I'm a people guy. Recently, we are now able to start doing more events. I'm an individual that loves that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, yeah, I'm tired and stuff like that. At the end of these days, I was exhausted. 100% exhausted. Because I haven't been around that many people in a very long time. I almost thought to myself, like, maybe I should just take the next morning off. I legitimately thought that. And I'm a people guy. Just imagine if you're an introverted individual. You've been working at home this entire time. You go back into the office now for the first time in a very long time. You're surrounded by people. How exhausting is that going to be for that individual? And as a leader, we need to understand this. As companies are designing these plans for people to come back into the office to be safe, social distance and everything like that, I've seen a lot of things out there, which is all great, because I think people do need to be around each other in order to kind of move forward. I think a lot of leaders are missing something. They're missing the human element. They're missing how people are going to feel, how they're going to react, and how they're just going to be around people. Humans are social beings. We're meant to talk. We're meant to think. We're meant to do stuff. We were built to do things. So leaders have an opportunity to help employees with a soft landing into this. Should not be a hard landing. It needs to be a soft landing. How can leaders do this? How can leaders prepare their employees? How can leaders help their employees to better prepare themselves for a soft landing? We need to help individuals transition slowly. If your company has a hard date of when your people are coming back, you are requiring everyone to be back in the office. Leaders, what are you gonna do? Are you going to slowly build the people back in? Let them slowly reacclimate themselves to the working environment. Let's be real. They haven't seen their work desk in almost a year and a half. So ease them back into it. Don't just give them a hard date. Ease them back into it with a light schedule kind of leading up to that hard date. The second thing I'll tell you, we need to create engagement activities for employees once they are all back in the office. We need to help people reacclimate with what it's like to actually be in a room with each other. Now, I don't want you to have a meeting topic and like go over like list of goals or something like that. No, just talk about something stupid. Talk about like what type of balloon animal you would look like if you were a balloon animal. I'm just throwing ideas out at you. Or just do a fun activity and don't even talk about work, because you need to reacclimate people with a work setting and getting them used to being in social environments where ideas are shared and thoughts are shared and all that kind of stuff. You need to help build that engagement back up. It's not gonna happen overnight. Leaders, we have the biggest opportunity of our lives to reset the stage for a new way of doing work. And are we gonna take it, or are we just gonna let it slide? If we take it, we run with it, and we are engaging with our employees, we listen to them, listen to the thoughts, their feelings, and how they're actually acclimating back into the office, then we're gonna end up winning, not just for our employees, but for the company as a whole. The third thing, companies in general. You need to be very, very, very lenient with your employees right now. Because of everything that's happened, there's just so much into the calculation is going through a lot of people's mind right now. It's tough. If you're telling your employees that you need to be back in the office 100%, then great, but not everyone gets energy from being in the office right now. Some people have found their mantra, some people have found their energy by working from home, and they need to reacclimate that type of energy into working in the office. It's not a switch that you can just turn on. It's gonna take time. So you need to be lenient with your employees. This is a tough balance for companies right now because they want to continue to grow, but at the same time, they need to make sure that their employees are satisfied. Now more than ever, companies are working for their employees. Leaders are working for their employees. If the employee doesn't feel valued, if the employee doesn't feel heard, if the employee doesn't feel like their voice matters, then why do they stay? Why should they stay? This is a hard balance for leaders right now. And I understand that and I acknowledge that. There's gonna be bumps in the road. We're gonna make mistakes. That's okay. We have to make mistakes in order to learn, in order to grow. I think a lot of people are so afraid of making a mistake that they don't do anything that is outside the norm, that they don't create a hybrid model because that's not the way things are done. It's either this way or this way, no in between. But let's be real, business has changed. COVID has changed everything. Will things go back to normal? I would be foolish to sit here and say that everything's gonna go back to normal because everything's not. As a leader, you need to help your employees transition for the soft landing. Understand them, talk to them, be lenient. And yes, we have to have hard lines. We do. But right now is not the time to have hard lines with things. Now is the time to help them ease back into it. Now is the time to truly listen and engage with them. If we don't truly listen and engage with them, then we're gonna end up losing them. Just my thoughts. So if you're a leader out there and you have all these plans of people coming back into your office, but if you don't have a plan of how you're going to engage with your employees, if you don't have a plan of how you're going to listen to your employees, if you don't have a plan of how you're going to help your employees transition from working from home to working in the office, then you need to start working on that plan. I think there's a renaissance coming, but it all depends on leaders being able to listen and engage with their employees. If we're not listening and engaging with our employees and helping them softly land back into a work from work situation, then there might not be a renaissance. So if you're a leader, listen, engage with your employees, and don't just say that you're doing it, actually do it. Thank you for watching The Weekly Thought. Join me next time. We'll talk about something new. Water cheers.